Hello, future Spanish teachers. Today we're going to break down exactly how to create a winning lesson plan for the LOTE. Many of you have asked me, what does a good lesson plan look like? How detailed should it be? What should I focus on? Today I'll answer all these questions in super simple terms. Remember, on the test day, you'll only have 16 minutes to type your lesson plan. That's what you need to practice and have a clear structure in mind before the test. Let's start with the basic parts of your lesson plan. General information. This is just the grade level and who your students are. Theme, topic. The test will tell you what to teach about, like mi familia or food, restaurants. Objectives, what students will learn by the end of the lesson. Length, usually 3 days of class. Vocabulary, about 15-20 important Spanish words for your topic. Materials, what you'll use to teach, like videos, worksheets, etc. Daily activities, what you'll do each day with students. Assessment, how you'll check if students learned what they should. And differentiation, how you'll help students who need extra support. The test will tell you the topic and level, like a novice, intermediate, or advanced. Everything else you'll create yourself. So, day one, the introduction. On day one, you'll start with number one, start with a fun hook to get students interested. Two, share the day's learning goal or the objective. Three, teach new vocabulary words. Four, give students guided practice like fill in the blanks. Five, create communication activity like pair work. Remember, in true communicative activities, students need each other to complete the task. One student has information and the other needs. One student has information the other needs. And six, make a connection to Spanish speaking culture. Let me show you an example for a family unit, which this would be for novice. Hook, show a video about a Spanish family. 2. Vocabulary. Family words, simple, basic, like madre, padre, hermano. 3. Practice. Students label a family tree worksheet. 4. Communication. Students interview each other about their families, where they can ask questions. That's communicative activity. Students interview each other about their families. And 5. Culture. Talk about Hispanic last names and family traditions. Day 2. This is when we get into deeper learning. On day 2, number 1, on your lesson, you'll review vocabulary from day 1. 2. Analyze something cultural like a video or a clip or a story. Heritage speakers share insights about their family. On step 2, this is for differential instruction. And 3, compare cultures like American and Hispanic families. And then 4, connect to other subjects to whatever you like maybe history or math. And 5, start preparing for the final project. For example, let's look at the family unit example for novice. Review family vocabulary with a quick game. 2, watch a video clip about extended families in Mexico. Heritage speakers share insights here about their families for differential instruction. And 3, make a Venn diagram comparing American and Hispanic families. And 4, discuss family histories and migration patterns. And 5, explain the final project, creating a family tree presentation. Here, day 3, final projects. On day 3, 1, you'll give time for final preparations. 2, have students present their projects. 3, provide peer feedback opportunities. 4, assess student learning. 5, differentiated instruction. Here's an example in our family example for novice. Students present their family trees in Spanish. 2. Classmates write comments about their presentations while they're listening to the presentations being presented. 3. Teacher evaluations with assessments. You'll do informal, which you will circulate the room during group work or discussions as questions check for understanding. Informal, use rubric to assess the PowerPoint presentations based on. You have to name the criteria, what it would be evidence of planning, use of pictures and visuals, required information about family members. And then number 4, adjust based on student needs. For example, provide word banks, level question, visual aids for differentiated instruction. Heritage speaker inclusion. Okay. Your lesson plan must include specific ways to involve heritage speakers, students who speak Spanish at home. This is a key part of differentiated instruction. Always mention heritage speakers. Example to include in your plan could be maybe heritage speakers will share their family traditions with the class, or heritage speakers will explain the importance of extended family in their cultures, or for differentiation, heritage speakers will read more complex versions of the text. Heritage speakers will help lead small group discussion about cultural comparisons. The evaluators want to see that you know how to tap into the cultural knowledge of heritage speakers while challenging them in the right way. Now, let's look at example for different levels. Here we have 3 levels: novice, intermediate, and advanced. So, your lesson plan will be different depending on the level. Let's compare. If the test says novice, that means beginners. Use simple vocabulary words like family members, colors, whatever the theme they give you. Basic sentence structures. Mi madre es alta. Lots of visuals and repetition. Focus on recognizing and naming things. And for the final project, simple presentations with pictures. Now, let's look at an intermediate level lesson plan. This would be more complex vocabulary like personality traits, emotions. You will use past and future tense practice. Focus on creating original sentences and paragraphs, comparing and contrasting, and for the final project, creative writing or role plays. Now let's look at an advanced lesson plan. This will have complex literary or cultural topics, abstract concepts, sophisticated vocab, critical thinking and analysis, focus on discussion and debate, and for the final project, detailed presentations or essays. Writing tips for the test day. Remember, you only have 16 minutes to write your lesson plan during the test. Here's how to use that time wisely. 1. Write incomplete sentences as if explaining to a substitute teacher. 2. Be specific about activities. For example, students will interview partners about their families. 3. Include cultural elements for each day. 4. Mention differentiation strategies for different learners. 5. Make sure your final project connects to your objective. So important. 6. When the test gives you a topic like students will identify family members in Spanish, all you have to do is plug that into your lesson plan framework and adjust the activities to match. 7. Mention check for understanding multiple times. 8. Include heritage speakers in your differentiation. 9. Ensure your communicative activities are true information gap activities. That means that they're asking questions, one person asks a question and the other has an answer, vice versa. Common mistakes. Here are some mistakes people often make. Forgetting to include cultural components, making activities too teacher-centered instead of student-centered, not connecting daily activities to the final project, 4. Forgetting to include assessment methods, and 5. Being too vague about activities. Practice exercise. Let's try a quick practice. Imagine you got this prompt. Create a lesson plan for intermediate students about food in restaurants. Take a minute to think about it. What vocabulary would you teach? What would your hook be? What cultural elements would you include? What final projects would students create? Conclusion. Download the lesson plan study guide. Don't forget to download your free LOTE Spanish lesson plan study guide from the link in the description box. It includes printable lesson plan templates for all levels. It contains practice prompts, time-saving shortcuts for test day. And I just want to wish you good luck on your LOTE test. You're going to be an amazing Spanish teacher. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more Spanish teacher preparation videos. Hasta pronto, maestros.